been violated. That's it. And I've worded it, or I've spoken to him about it, and it's still violate. It's a wrap. I won't be petty. A younger me would be very petty. I would seek revenge, but that's still bad.
Seek revenge is
I would
nuts.
seek revenge. Trust me.
Seeking revenge is nuts.
I was a villain.
Seeking revenge is mad. Seeking revenge is camping outside your house.
with binoculars.
Preying your cat for weeks, and then just throwing it in the bin.
No animals are harmed.
A man telling a man he's built like a flightless bird is crazy. That's the definition of telling a man to suck their mum. Loudly.
Just so y'all know, we live right now.
Live right now?
We live. We live.
Are you gonna? I want to ask you one question before we actually start getting into this episode. Mm-hmm. If Liverpool score, you're gonna start screaming like a 7.
No, because we're already winning. We're already winning.
I was gonna start making them sound effects. He was making before we start.
Man
start
was
recording.
doing up. I thought it was Babyface the way man was hitting high notes.
That's what he does. Only fans, isn't it?
Oh Mark.
Only jeans. It was only jeans.
And black hoodie.
Mark, man, that's crazy. That is
only jeans is dark, you know.
That is insane. That is insane, guys.
Yeah, I think Gabs, what you wearing? Only jeans.
This is episode. Sorry. This is episode 241 of the DSP podcast. I am Rhys. Who do you have in the studio tomorrow?
Drinks.
Behind the camera?
Ola.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
I'm taking that game.
No, Ola. We'll do that.
No. That's getting blurred. That's getting blurred.
I'm gonna hit no paddle for you for the whole
Getting
episode.
blurred. It's getting no.
That ain't getting blurred.
No. How can I make it Jamaican?
You can't. There's no Jamaican called Ola.
Ola.
Otis.
Ola me Winston.
Shut up.
Still sounds Nigerian.
Bro, and the way you're saying, Ola me Winston.
By the way, actually, let me pause this introduction.
Nigerian.
Do you know the best Jamaican name I've seen recently?
Who?
The sprinter. His name is Oblique.
Oblique.
Oblique Seville, bro.
As in a bleak kick.
Oblique. As in your obliques. Oblique Seville. The side of your stomach.
Shit. I rate that though. No. The best.
By the way, he cooked up that idiot American though.
Who?
Oh, did he?
Bro, 1-2 Jamaican, bro.
What? Mr. Lyles.
Yeah, 1-2 Jamaican.
When was that today?
Like a couple weeks, like last week, bro. Week
that,
before.
Man. Finals,
Cooked them up, bruv.
Mr. Lyles.
Yeah, he's too mouthy for my likings, man.
It's because he dates a Jamaican. That's why he's like that. He dates a Jamaican sprinter.
He does, innit? He does. Yeah, he does.
Has he?
Yeah, it's been for a while.
Okay.
But behind the camera, Ola, how are you?
I'm alright, man. It's been a tough day. Obviously, personal stuff you don't know about.
Yeah.
It's been a good day, man. Liverpool's playing. Isaac's on the pitch with Wirtz. Atletico Madrid did score though.
As a person with a German last name, you don't pronounce W's.
Sorry, Florian Wirtz.
Thank you.
However, Atletico Madrid did score. It's 2-1. We move. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's 2-1.
It's 2-1. But we move. Yeah.
Kay's not feeling well, but we'll be back next week. Marcus Jebediah Brown, how you doing, sir?
Alive.
Well, damn.
I'm alive. How about you?
This skin therapy thing soon done. I had a mare earlier on, went to my appointment. When I got in the machine...
And you wearing that colour as well?
It makes it look darker, innit? It looks so much darker. So,
when I opened the door, I was like, oh, damn.
Oh, yeah, like a traffic cone. You're a nasty bastard. No, do you know what it was? So, obviously, I got in the machine, and then as I got in the machine, I can't take my watch off. I put my watch on top of the on the machine while I'm tanning, right? And then what's made it worse is friggin' I've left. I've caught the fast train home. I've gotten off the train now, Gabriel.
Yeah.
Walking to the bus stop. Did I not realise I went out like check my watch? I was like, I left my watch. No,
you left it?
I left my watch. Bro, man turned all the way around. Got back on the next fast train back to London Bridge to go back in there. I'm happy that it's like 12 minutes there, 12 minutes back.
Yeah.
But yeah, got on the fast train, grabbed my watch, came back. I was just like, well, this would have been good stats, bro. It could have been richer, innit? But no, I'm good. Enjoying the fact that I'm actually black in the winter. But what?
Damn.
Bro, skin was washed out of the winter, bro.
Now, you know what?
If I was light skin, I'd be pissed.
It's interesting though. Like, when does your skin get darker?
Only in the sun.
Only in the sun. Okay.
Generally, for me, if it weren't for like the phototherapy thing, it's different. But generally, man, jumped out that crazy. Generally speaking, I need water. If I go on holiday or something, I need to jump in sea water. I need to jump in a thing, and then my skin will tan.
I'm like I turn darker, but glowy as well.
You glow.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Got that glow.
Glorilla. Also, yeah. All right, cool. Let's start this episode off here. Cool. So, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
You had a topic about personality traits.
To you, what is your favourite thing about your personality?
I don't give a fuck. I care. So then there's this running rhetoric here, because my friend Greenie always says it to me. Yeah, it's like, yeah, Rhys, all you say is you care enough. I said, I do care enough. People care about things that don't affect their day-to-day life or don't affect them in the grander scheme of things. Like, I care about stuff like I care about Palestine, I care about black people, I care about the wider picture of things. But I'm not going to overexert my hand on things I can't control in it. So the things that bother me, if it's really going to bother me, I have one of two options. Like, I think people lack the capacity of being able to separate their emotions from their logic. So for me, if I feel like it's something that's going to piss me off in the long and short, I'm just like, you know what, forget this. Like, I'm just going to remove myself from the situation. But some people get so emotionally intertwined with something that it makes them feel so downtrodden that they aren't able to articulate in a way where it just kind of, pardon the term, it just sits on you. Like, you can't get off you. It's like it becomes so much in part of who you are, your depth, that you can't actively find solutions. It just becomes an emotional burden.
You know, the truth is, yeah, a lot of people do this, but it's tiring to care about everything in the world because you can't possibly.
You can't change anything.
You can't. Now, you can care about, right and wrong, but you can't care about everything that is wrong.
Can you see the back of my hat?
Everything that's right. What does that say? We are all Palestinian.
I've had this hat for ages, by the way. Yeah. I paid for this hat. Right, yeah. And there's bare stuff that...
But you say that, and obviously I think where people go wrong, especially with social media, is people act like they care about everything, and you cannot.
Don't do anything.
You can't.
No.
Don't do
anything. Like, for me, like, listen, I care about what's going on in Congo. I care about all the other stuff. But me being on the internet, when it's a widely spread topic, whether it's like the UN coming out and saying, okay, cool, Palestine, or what's happening in Palestine, this thing, bro, it's common sense. We all know this. Yeah. We've known this for 2 years. Publicly, globally, we've known it for 2 years. Anyone's been aware, we've known this for 50 plus years. Mm-hmm. My thing is this. Am I going to actively try and do something to help those people? Or am I just going to keep on posting it? Because those people who are going through it, they can't see it.
They can't see it at all. Yeah. They can't see it. I find it interesting, man. I do find it interesting.
But yeah, that's my thing. My thing is, I come across to a lot of people as incredibly cold or hardened. But my thing is this. I tell people time, I understand the world, like, people are pieces of shit in it. So once you kind of understand what is and isn't around you, the people around you will get to see the real version of you. Everybody else got to see like a shielded version, because naturally you don't need to be like, oh my God, hi, how you doing? Right, fine, how are you all the time? Like, so for me, I say, me caring enough is probably for me my favourite personality trait. And it's not a personality trait, but especially with coaching, figuring out how to get the best out of people. So it means I have to pay attention to details of like a lot of different things.
Individuals.
Like,
different individuals.
Yeah, I've got to pay attention to like, okay, cool, what are you like? What do you respond to? What do you think? I've still got to be realistic. I'm not the person going to be like, bro, you're effing doo-doo. Like, you're like, but it's still got to be a thing where it's like, listen, when I'm talking to you, I care. When I stop talking to you. Because my thing is, even if I make a decision, I want to look you in the eye and I want to have a conversation before I make a decision. So at least that nothing I've done looks like underhanded. It looks, doesn't look behind your back. Yeah. So at least that way, if I'm real with you, you're still allowed to be frustrated, but at least you're frustrated where I'm not being cold and I haven't spoken to you about where you are and where I need you to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you? What's the personality trait that you...
I'll say problem solving. Problem solving. Like, I'm calm under pressure. Like, real pressure where I'm the only person. Like,
You are from Blueborough, so it does make sense.
this is crazy. But I'm really calm under pressure in terms of, like, my brain works when I need to really solve something. But at the same time, another good trait is I'm okay I'm okay kind of passing on the responsibility to someone I can trust, or putting trust in people to because that way I don't want to end up too controlling. Because I've been in teams or I've been in situations where I only rate my decision making, and because I only rate my decision making, I'm not really trying to hear what everyone else has to say, because you're not like
I hear that, but my thing is, for me to make a definitive decision, if I'm unsure, if I'm unsure and I ask, like, if I'm in a bind and I'm asking Mark because I respect his opinion enough to give me an adverse opinion that will make me think differently. So if I'm asking, I'm asking to see if my final decision is the right one.
It's the right one.
Or if there's anything I've missed in me making the decision in the long and short.
I was having a meeting earlier on yesterday, and I was explaining to someone that the single release that they've currently released is not successful because they're not growing in followers, right?
They don't have enough eyes on it.
Yeah. So I said, the only way you can say it's successful and people heard it, right, you would notice your followers are going up. Everything else, the metrics are going up, right? Unfortunately, that is how music is, right? It is stat-based. You see, based off the stats, whether it's successful or not. This person was telling me, no, that doesn't make it successful. That doesn't make it successful. Like, at the end of the day, I don't care about stats. I don't care about blah, 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 blah.
No, Obey Jedi.
Agbo Jedi.
Agbo Jedi, yeah. I can't remember his name is, yeah.
I think his name is...
Wait, is this in the shop?
Huh?
Is this in the front?
No.
Oh.
With Agbo Jedi, like, Cat Slater.
The Cat Slater guy. His
name
is...
He put the song out.
Shit, what's his name?
April?
Tim does it.
Yeah. So he put the song out, what, March, April?
Yeah.
Then TikTok culture, the memes, the Congolese uncles.
Yeah.
Then you look at this, end of the summer. It's only now where people put the video out, and visuals. I think people expected to see uncles dancing or whatever, but the visuals are beautiful. And even then, I can guarantee you, from when he first debuted the song and people weren't feeling it, and then it got more catchy, and like you got to work a song, bro.
You got to work a song. No, 100%, literally. Like, and yeah, man. But yeah, that I would say that is a positive trait of mine, knowing how to solve problems under pressure, like being a calm under pressure to solve problems.
Marcus,
I say yeah.
Definitely a problem solver.
Big bro, you have to be, man.
Why?
Big bro, you're the big bro. You gotta.
I never.
Damn. Squirts.
You got Kinyazed, boy.
Shit.
If you listen to this, Rhys has got Squirted.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sounds. As people are like, what? Squirts.
So continue, sorry. Joke, man.
Yeah, I think being the oldest out of like having three brothers and two sisters, and just being able to be there for them in different ways is important.
Yeah.
But just like friendships and family and stuff.
Yeah.
Me being the oldest on both sides of my family, like for a grandson.
Damn.
Yeah. Crazy. But yeah, I just had to navigate through life and learn from my own mistakes. Like no one was there to like, oh, this
I
is the way
think that is one of the best ways to learn.
Yes,
that's why I don't.
It's the only way to learn. Like, I know what Mark's about to say. For me, I remember having a conversation with my brother years ago, yeah? And he's 24 now. And I remember having a conversation with him when he was like 14, 15. So I think I was probably like 24, 25. And I said to him, if I could tell you all the things to do that I've learned to make sure you don't get in trouble, but I give you the blueprint. You think you'll listen to me? Pardon me. Excuse me, that's Paul. And he was like, yeah, I would. I said, you wouldn't. He's like, what makes you say that? I said, because human nature is people want to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
You need to learn.
Or you want to learn it yourself.
Yeah, you need to learn the way that hurts you, because that's the only way you need to learn.
You feel it.
Yeah, like a lot of lessons. A lot of lessons for me. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
a lot of lessons that I learned. I'm happy that I didn't need to learn the hard way, because it was just like what I was taught was enough. Do you know what I mean? It was enough where it's just like, you know what, cool. Like that's where it is. Like I was told, and from me, that's all that matters. And because that's what it was, I'm like, you know what, cool. I ain't got no problem with this. But for other people, it's one of the ones where it's like they need the darkness of being told or of learning that part where it's like, you know what, I understand.
It's like when you tell a child, look,
bro, I don't need to try. I don't need to try crack to know crack is bad. Bro.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
There's certain things obviously you just know that you shouldn't be trying, or you shouldn't do unless you want to go into that dark.
I didn't need to do road life. I didn't need to do road life. No, road life was bad.
Yeah.
I just used to see these road youths tell me you should stay in school. Bro, I'm looking at you, bro. That's enough.
If you want my example, then boy, say less.
No, that's the thing. I learned so much from people's failures. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way.
I see people that are down bad because of decisions they make, and in my head I'm like, man, God forbid. That can't be me. I can't make these decisions. I can't be this person. Like I learned so much from other people's mistakes. So yeah.
Yeah, I think sometimes I can just look at someone and be like, you know what, I'm good. Do you know what I mean? I'm good. Like, see if, like, for example, if we were famous, for example, you can see the failures of people within our spaces in the way they've navigated around general human beings, public, tabloid, blogs, ECT, women, and just be like, you know what? Just gonna cut through into my house.
Yep.
Jay Huss does it, bruv.
I'll be in my back cave, man.
Jay Huss does it. Unless you're from East London and you're friends with Jay Huss, you don't see Jay Huss.
Yeah. Literally, someone I know through did like a party or something, an event, and Jay Huss was at the event. Like I was like, it's crazy because
he still moves like a normal person.
Yeah, you would never see, like, you don't really. I saw an interview once where he was saying he's got an old iPhone, or like a lot off, or he was saying like his phone doesn't have internet access, and I was like, right, this is
that's equivalent to staying off the grid.
But when I think about it, I think his ex-girl is probably, since Jay Huss's like insurgence and obviously the stabbing and whatever. I think the mother of his children, I've heard her on the internet more than I've heard
him.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think 100%. For me, that says a lot. Because it's like, everyone's like, oh yeah, but you know, fame. But I was like, no, maybe he just wants to put out music and chill.
Yeah.
When an artist just wants to be an artist, I think it's great.
I think he was gone missing for a while, then he popped up at Wireless, and everyone was like, rah, like, Jay Huss is actually here, sort of thing.
Hey.
But, yeah, some people are just like that, man. They just want to stay off the grid and crack on with it. Like, I say this all the time, like, one of my favourite players is Joel Matip. You don't hear nothing about him. He used to come on the pitch, do his job, He used to get on the pitch, do his job as a centre-back, throw his tantrums and have his memeable moments.
He was just a footballer.
And then, you go home, no social media, you don't hear about him. I don't even think I've ever heard him talk. You don't hear nothing about him. He does his job. Same with Kante. Does his job, and you don't hear about him.
That's how I felt about Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That's why Man United didn't like him, because he didn't want to do the social media stuff. He just wanted to go home.
I like Gueye as well.
I met him once.
I like Gueye's personality as well. Just a
church boy.
Yeah, just a cool church boy that just does his job. Like, literally.
I think it's a beautiful thing when you're in that environment and you can still be
human.
Yeah.
I didn't like
there's a lot of noise.
I didn't like something McAllister did the other day.
But don't you reckon it's British media as well, though?
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. There's something McAllister did the other day, and I was like, oh, man, I don't like this, because usually I'll align it with something like an Arsenal or a United player would do, and their fan base would big it up so much. But I think they've played against, was it Chile or was it Bolivia? I can't remember. I think it was Chile. And I think he's had an issue with one of the players, the guy at Arsenal just signed.
Oh yeah.
Hinkapie.
I saw it.
And then he's posted on his TikTok a video of him squaring up with Hinkapie, and the caption is Hinkapie, you're not like that. You're not really like that, or something. And I'm like, McAllister, what? But no,
shall I tell you why I don't mind that? You see when they say the game's back.
Yeah.
I like that stuff where it's like we're not friends, bro. Like I like that stuff.
It's just that when it goes to the socials afterwards, I'm like, oh man.
Jed Spencer's done it. Give me your best winger, bro.
Yeah, I don't even see that sort of stuff.
No, but the thing is, I respect it. Jed's young, right? Yeah, Jed's young. He's from Ends.
And remember not the fans, but
he's from Ends.
But people were against him. People were like, oh, he's not good. Blah,
blah. But he's doing
his manager was against him.
Yeah,
and Conte. But I think I'm looking at like if. From your fan base, your fans base want to see it. Plus, man's pocketed bare wingers. He's not saying it out of his batty.
Nah, but you know when he was like
1v1, he don't get beat 1v1.
You know when they asked him what do you think about when they asked him what do you think about Martinelli, and he started laughing.
I love it.
It's disrespectful.
No, but you don't have nothing else to say.
Or who is it that said Sue called Mahrez Jose Perez?
I don't know, but that's
rude. It was disrespectful. I think it was Grealish. He's proper disrespect to like Jose Perez. He said something like, you're moving like a Jose Perez or something.
No, it wasn't Jose Perez, it was Miguel Almiron.
Almiron, that's it.
Yeah, Almiron.
But then, remember Almiron went on that run?
Yeah, he was moving mad. Because of Jack.
Almiron went on that run where he was moving mad. And everyone was like, hang on.
Still sold him though. Man still won the Champions League, so it don't make a difference. Question, as I'm talking about personality traits, what personality trait do you wish you had?
I don't know if I wish I had. Like I'm happy, kind of like happy being me.
No, but I'm saying it in a sense of not wish you had, but something that if you was younger would have helped you navigate life a little bit better.
I was a little bit more. I wish I didn't care
as like much. Me then,
a bit more. Yeah,
like me.
I care a bit too much, man.
Yeah.
I care a bit too much.
You care way too much.
I do.
I kind of wish that
I can be a villain too.
Yeah, but your villain arc isn't...
I can't be a villain, man.
My villain arc is nasty.
Yeah, but your villain... I know I'm aware of it in certain elements, but I think your villain arc is more so because you don't want to communicate certain things.
Yes and no. When I'm done with something, I'm done.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I said you don't... But you also don't communicate it sometimes. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sometimes I have.
Keyword is sometimes. That's the prefix.
Sometimes.
Mine is so I have empathy, but I think the way I vocalize certain things, especially with my empathy, I think people want it to be like overtly out there, and that's not my way of doing things. I think they want it to be a thing where I'm showing empathy and I'm verbally I'm like, yeah, and like I don't like over explaining something.
Yeah.
I want it to be like, okay, cool, I'm doing this because of blah, 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 and that's it.
And that's it, yeah.
But I think people like this, oh yeah, but you should, but why would I do that?
Why would you do that? Yeah. 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 Why I wish I didn't care that much is sometimes I might do someone might violate and then I'm just nice to that person and I'm still gonna do a lot for that person and it's my friends that have to remind me.
Oh, I don't care that much.
No. My friends that have to be like, yo, what are you doing? Like, nah, man, nah, you're not doing that. Like,
if I've been violated, that's it. And I've worded it or I've spoken to him about it and it still violate. It's a wrap. I won't be petty. A younger me would be very petty.
Yeah.
I would seek revenge, but that's sort of mad.
Seek revenge is nuts.
I would seek revenge. Trust me.
Seeking revenge is nuts.
You're right, bro.
I was a villain.
Secret revenge is mad. Secret revenge is camping outside your house.
with binoculars.
Preying your cat for weeks and then just throwing it in the bin.
No animals are harmed.
I said with binoculars, mad.
Our secret revenge is...
Alright, cool. Can I ask a question, please?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so your parents are first generation, innit? Were they born here?
My mum was born here. My dad arrived in 1980, I think.
Arrived is hilarious. So, you see your dad's arrival, yeah?
That sounds mad.
Right, yeah. So, Would you class your dad as a freshie?
Oh yeah, kind of. Yeah. I mean, not anymore because he's accustomed to the country.
No, I'm just saying. Would you have classed your dad as a freshie?
I don't know. It's a tough one. I don't. No. I won't.
So firstborn, not firstborn. Nigerians who come over here, or Ghanaians that come over, or Africans that come over here as someone of the diaspora from Africa, for example, from West Africa. I use West Africa because they're more prevalent within the UK. Would you class them as freshies if they come over and their accent is very heavy?
I'll classify them as a freshie if they come over and they got
the Nazareth nines on.
They're not accustomed to the country. Like they're moving mad.
Yeah.
Like that's when I'll be like, okay, cool. You're a bit of a freshie. You're moving mad. You're not.
Do you agree?
Not moving mad, but you're not moving. Obviously, it's mad because it's not how people behave in the country. But when you're moving a certain type of way, I'll be like, okay, cool. This guy is fresh.
You have to give him time to adjust. No?
So then, the reason why I asked this question is, you've been around Caribbeans all your life, yeah?
Yeah.
Would you class a Jamaican who comes over as a freshie?
I see what you've done. I see what you've done. That's nasty work. It's true, because freshie is actually only really used for Africans.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I've never seen anyone call an Eastern European who's just arrived a freshie.
I won't use Europeans because it's still Europe. I'm talking about someone who's not from the closed...
Nah, because I grew up around Jamaicans that had just come to the country.
Forwarded.
I grew up around everyone. I grew up around Jamaicans. I grew up around Yardies. I grew up around Rastas. I grew up around so many people. But I never viewed any of them as fresh. I don't view. Actually, tell a lie though. Obviously, there are like So I do have friends whose parents are definitely English, but they're Jamaican, but they're English.
My grandma.
Yeah.
My grandma came when she was 8. She's one of the most Cockney people you've ever known.
Right,
I've heard that woman speak patois probably 4 times in my entire life.
So like a Chris Eubank, basically.
Stop it.
No, like that. No, I mean like that type of
the speaky spokey.
Yeah, like well spoken. I've got loads of friends.
When he speaks patois, you can tell. You can tell, innit?
Yeah, when he you can tell. But yeah, no, that's interesting. I like that. You know what? That's something kind of.
I saw it earlier on, and it was like. Yeah. So the reason why I asked that question, purely because when you think of a West African specifically, because I think that term is primarily used towards them.
Yeah.
It's deemed a negative, no?
Yeah. No, it is.
And people laugh when someone's French, even though 9 times out of 10, like Nigerian men or Nigerians, for example, speak 2 to 3 languages.
2 to 3 languages.
Right, yeah. Do you think? And they're laughed at.
Yeah.
Why do you think the same rules are not applied to like Caribbean or Jamaican black people?
Do you know why? Honestly, it's because Caribbeans were here first. That's honestly the reason.
You think that's the only reason?
Yeah, it's the reason why. Yeah, I think because, remember, because I'm saying as a Nigerian, growing up, remember like urban British culture, for the most part, was Caribbean. Right, it's only changed in the last 10, 15 years maybe, but growing up,
I'll be real. I still don't think British culture on the black side is still African. I still think it's heavily Caribbean.
No, it's 100% heavily Caribbean, but it's just now there's more African influence. Whereas because we spoke about the slangs that were used before, for example, I don't know, I'm doing road. That is African. It's when your parents say you're doing, I'm doing guy, I'm doing this, I'm doing road is an African. Doing guy means you're being Jack the Lad, basically. But it's an African slang. Even things I don't know in chai, yeah, or even things like even I think it's up north they call feds Askad. Askad. That is, I think I might be wrong. I think it's Somalian. Somali, yeah. So there's an African influence now, where before there wasn't.
Okay, cool.
An African influence. So that's why I think you can't call the Caribbean a freshie because everyone's trying to be the Caribbean. Even the white kids want to be the Caribbean because it's the language that we're speaking their version of English. That's what do you get what I'm saying? We're using their slang. We're trying to be Caribbean in the sense that we love the slang. We love the culture. Bro, when you was going parties back in the day, what was it? It was dancehall music. It wasn't Afro beats.
Or you'd call it a shubs.
Yeah, bro, it wasn't even hip hop playing.
A shubeen, yeah.
I can't remember going to parties hearing hip hop music. Like, it was literally dancehall. Now, my generation was the generation of just whining. It was dancehall. There was no
I hate what you're saying.
hip hop.
No,
there was no hip hop.
No, but Mark, I understand what Gabriel was saying. Because when we was going, it was only like, my one was predominantly dancehall, and then you would have like funky mixed in.
Exactly, right?
They weren't really playing hip hop.
There was no hip hop, and if they played rap, it was like gigs.
Or 50 Cent.
Yeah, like, it wasn't but
like,
it was... Dancehall is the whole
like
night.
Oh
no, hell no, yeah.
No, not that type. It was like
not like
was more like the Biggies and the Jay-Z's.
Oh no, I've never heard Biggie in a
drink in
the shubs.
No.
Yeah, I have.
Ever. Yeah, but we're not the same age, bro.
Exactly.
See, so you're era sounding better now because I'm hearing they play Biggie. That's what I would. Do you know when I look at the Biggie One More Chance video?
They even played Lean Back. They played Lean Back. We were like that was like if it was like in Oceana or a club. They're not playing that in a
Oceana.
Yeah, but my era also was. We had Miami Bass as well.
See, I wish we had that. I wish we had that. No. I wish we had Miami Bass.
Oh, it was a wonderful thing.
I wish we had Miami Bass, but that's the thing. Like, yeah, we were just at a time where everything was heavily Caribbean influenced. So I guess that's why only an African can be a freshie because we can't be freshies because other people.
I think the insult of it and like the element of being a freshie and then people laughing because people laughing at people because they happen to be. Do you know what I mean? Like that part, but
I remember as well. Yeah, you see, You see the term. There was a period in England where,
or fobs.
Yeah, there was a period in England where, you could see the newspaper would refer to Jamaicans as yardies.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what type of Jamaican.
They still do that.
Yeah.
Yardies.
Yeah.
If they committed a crime, yardie boy commits a yardie gang. What's a yardie gang? I've never. When they used to say this, a yardie gang. What's that? What's a yardie gang? I've never heard of a yardie gang before.
The shit you see in shotters.
like
when DJ Khaled's doing them all.
In my head, it's like yardie gang. I've never heard of a yardie gang. Like I can't. In my growing up, I can't remember ever hearing of a yardie gang. But they will put it on the newspapers back in the day. Like, remember I told you, like, as Africans, yeah, when you come to the country and you're seeing black people, but the people that are committing crimes according to the newspapers are yardie gangs. As an African, you might be like, I don't want my kids chilling with them people.
But then that was part of the case when I was growing up, and even down to like my male best friend, my Sierra Leonean best friend, and how his dad kind of viewed me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they're not saying the Jamo boy, but like you could tell, like he had a preordained image to me because I wasn't.
Because you wasn't. Yeah.
I had that with an ex-girlfriend. Her mum didn't like me just because I was Caribbean.
Pause. There you go. So, even that being the case, like I've had that, like, and it's like for me, it doesn't bother me in a sense because I'm like, bro, you don't know me, and if you're gonna judge me purely on what a statistic says, it's fine. Yeah. Like I've said this before with my brethren and my boy Scott that walked in and he got greeted like he was the Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
I got greeted like I was Judas. Like it was dark. I was like,
but even though
why are you laughing?
Because it's something black people do that I just don't understand. Right, so my older brother, he's gone into Tickle Me, I think it was.
West Norwood.
You know what? I don't want to say it was. You know what? I don't want to say it was Tickle Me just because I might be wrong, but I think it was from what he told me. So he's gone in there. He's gone in there and he said, "Oh, have you got pepper steak?" And the woman was like, "Nah, like they ain't got pepper steak." A white guy's come in and he's asked for pepper steak, and she had it.
You sure that weren't not new things? What do you call it in Brixton?
I can't remember. I need to double check. But he was just saying the service he got was so shocking, like compared to what the white guy received. But I know of, and this isn't it's not a Caribbean thing that this happens. I know of black people that do this, where they treat white customers or white people a certain type of way.
That's a colouring thing, though. Like that, would be like obviously within Africa and within the Caribbean, where you had the bleaching thing, and then you'll have like lighter or fair skinned people at the front of the banks and everyone at the back. I think certain parts of South Asia has the same problem as well. Like that's preordained because of like European standards that's happened progressively over the last 100+ years. Like i.e. where you do have the colorism thing, which is heavily embedded within our society. Why people do this? Oh, but like stop it! Like it's annoying, but I think for us we have to not move past it, but we just have to understand what it is and then challenge it. Be like, okay, cool, but you can articulate it in a better way and then kind of move forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Mark, you want to add?
No.
Okay, cool. So recently, I watched the boxing match with Terence Bud Crawford versus Canelo.
Did you stay up?
I had to be up at the crack of dawn anyway, so when I woke up at 6 o'clock, the fight was still on because the ring walk was late. So as I was getting ready...
Crack of dawn is hilarious, and I don't know why. But
crack of dawn is hilarious. So because my kickoff time on Sunday was earlier, the meet time was 8:30.
Okay.
So because I'd woken up at 6, when I was getting ready, they were just in the ring. So I just pulled the stream back a bit and then watched it.
I done it all night.
Well, I wasn't doing that because I had to be up at the crack of dawn. I came back and had one wicked nap. So obviously, if you're a boxing fan, you know who Canelo is, and you know who Terence Crawford is, especially with the Kendrick song and follow on the rest. Pardon me, but it's less about the fight, the conversation, and more about legacy. I think Terence Crawford is a 4-division champion.
5.
Thank you very much. There's also the video of his mum when he was younger, didn't really rate his thing and would pay kids $10 to absolutely snuff him. And ultimately, he won every fight.
Built different.
For him, facts.
Didn't he get shot in the head?
He got shot. I don't know if he got shot in the head.
Yeah.
Serious?
Shot in the head.
Or was he wrongfully or?
No, it was that someone from his end shot him in the head. He wanted to get the guy back, and his uncle told him just
leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it, and yeah.
Very respectful boxer. My conversation with this, when we talk legacy in sports and boxing, and if we use boxing specifically, I think he's 42 fights or 43?
42 an hour, yeah.
Yeah. Would you say he will or should have in boxing, not globally in boxing, a better legacy than Floyd Mayweather?
No, but the only reason why I would say no to that is because Floyd Mayweather won a silver in the Olympics. He got robbed in the Olympics final. He was, but yeah, that.
I'm not talking about Olympic boxing because Anthony Joshua has a gold in that. I'm just talking purely
overall. Nah,
yes.
Nah.
Why not?
Because Floyd Mayweather fought. Like, I don't get me wrong.
Duck fights. I've never seen Crawford duck a fight, bro.
People say this thing about Floyd Mayweather ducking fights. But...
He took fights later than they should have happened.
Yeah. No, okay, but
Manny Pacquiao, he took the fight late. Like Canelo, he ducked the fight for a while and then took the fight. Like there's certain elements of Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Floyd's a bum. I'm not saying that in any capacity. I think obviously he changed his style from when he was Pretty Boy Floyd to Money Mayweather, where he became one of the greatest boxing champions. There's certain things where obviously he's jab man but the guys at hand shouldn't have been down. I think Ricky Hatton was probably an exceptional fight. R.I.P. Ricky Hatton and the rest of that stuff. I'm not arguing that in any capacity. I'm arguing for legacy of boxing, for pound boxing.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Me personally, I think Terence Crawford within boxing, not away from boxing, has a better legacy than Floyd Mayweather.
Impossible.
Why not?
And why, impossible. And I'm a major fan of both, right? Followed their careers from as long as I can remember, right? So when Floyd Mayweather was Pretty Boy Floyd, right, he was knocking everyone out, right? He was knocking everyone out, and people forget the 2 wins that he has on his record that really set him to another level. That was the win against Corrales, rest in peace, and the win against Arturo Gatti, rest in peace,
and Oscar De La Hoya.
Oscar De La Hoya was the one that made him the money guy. Because then he was the B-side in that fight. And
Oscar De La Hoya saying, I know how to beat Floyd. He said, you can't say you know how to beat me if you couldn't beat me. That's hilarious.
But when he was fighting Arturo Gatti, when he was fighting Corrales, he was fighting in the era where, bro, these were proper real champions. Like Corrales, Carlos Baltimore. He was fighting in the era where there was proper real champions. Now, this is what I will say about Floyd Mayweather. A lot of people say this thing, and it's usually a narrative that's spread by Manny Pacquiao fans or people that just wanted him to lose in general. They say Mayweather ducked fights, right? That is probably the most incorrect statement. The reason why it's incorrect to say Mayweather ducked a fight is because... Sorry. I wanted him to do it. The reason why people say Mayweather... Alright, so Manny Pacquiao, he didn't duck the fight. Manny Pacquiao was avoiding drug tests. Anyone that knows Manny Pacquiao knows... The weight class he was when he first started fighting was like the minimum weight.
Love you getting your hand in the camera.
And then, oh no, it's not. It was the minimum weight, right?
It's a screen.
It was the minimum weight. And then he went up. He went up.
Mr. Mime, you know, like...
He went up to 154, right? And he was fighting at the minimum weight. 154 is 154 is like, I think it's a light middleweight. It's light middleweight.
Light featherweight.
So he was fighting.
Light feather.
What, 154?
Yeah.
No, 154 is not featherweight. Featherweight is 13 something. Middleweight would be 154. That's what Canelo was at. Where he kind of built his legacy. But yeah, so he was avoiding drug tests. Mayweather said, I will fight you, but you have to do a drug test. He said he's not going to do a drug test. Now, eventually in boxing, it became compulsory to do things like drug tests and all-round Olympic testing. And that's when he fought Manny Pacquiao. Now, another thing is with Canelo. Canelo was heavier than him. Mayweather was 147. Canelo was 154, right? But Mayweather moved up in weight class, still weighed under the limit, and beat the crap out of Canelo. Canelo didn't touch him once.
It's a young Canelo.
But it's a young Canelo, but this is the issue though, right? Because in boxing,
I'm not arguing. No, but I'm not arguing because see the Crawford fight. Yeah, you know what I liked. Yeah, just for
because some people say that's the a finished Canelo.
It's not.
No,
but
that's what the people were saying online. I would say
Canelo
it's a good
very
Canelo.
hungry.
Yeah. Bud just outboxed him.
100%. Bud's too good.
No, it wasn't the outboxing that I give Crawford plaudits for. Because we can talk about outboxing. It was how well he adapted in fight. So Canelo would set to swing with his right. Crawford's tucked in to protect his body. And then he would throw an overhand.
Yeah.
An overhand because it's southpaw versus orthodox. Yeah. An overhand which caught Crawford clean. And Crawford's gone back. Caught him twice. And he was like, okay, cool. So then...
Sticks his tongue out.
He's gone,
downloading the data, man.
Yeah. He's done it. He's tried to say it again, where he's thrown an over. He's gone to throw the overhand again. Crawford's tucked in, like dropped his elbow. Then it looks like he's gone to he's gone to throw. He's gone to swing with his left for a body shot. Crawford's tucked in to try and throw the overhand again. He's thrown the overhand. Crawford's ducked and caught Canelo. Obviously, everyone's seen the clip, yeah, where he gets checked. And
Canelo's like, what the hell?
Canelo goes, raw. Damn, yeah. But the reason why I talk about legacy as in a overall boxing package, yeah, like tie the bow he's done. The level of respect he's shown in the fight, yeah, Canelo showed his opponent. Crawford showed his opponent. Yeah. We know Canelo's a stand-up guy anyway.
Of course.
Right, yeah. The level of respect he showed the opponent. Down to the build-up, down to the aftermath.
I hate hearing Canelo speak English.
What's funny is when he was like, he has like a New York twang when he talks. Like, it's funny. It's so funny.
So carry on. The respect, giving the belts back, the respect, and the shows he said, "I'm just when he won."
Oh no, he had to give the belts back.
No, but he didn't have to do it then.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, you have to.
Yeah, in front of family. He said, I'm happy that both of us were able to win this game and both go home to our children. Like there's you're doing a blood sport. For me, the element of grace to show...
Mayweather does that, though. Mayweather's famous line is, you're a hell of a fighter. You're like it's just experience. Like whenever Mayweather loses or wins, he goes up to the opponent and he's like, "You're a hell of a fighter."
Do you know why it's harder for me to grade Mayweather like that?
Yeah.
It's weird for me to say this because it's an oxymoron because I'm talking about Crawford here. Yeah?
Mm.
I judge a man when they lose and how they react.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that stupid exhibition match that's coming up next year with
Mayweather and
Floyd
Tyson.
versus my favorite ever boxer on the planet.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah. The absolute monster, the animal, the original Batista. Right, yeah? And my thing is this. A middleweight versus who was known as the baddest mother effer on the planet. And I just like the element of grace that Crawford had. I'm not saying that Floyd can't do that or won't do that, but sometimes you got to judge a man on what they're like when they lose.
Floyd's definitely got a better... Terence Crawford has definitely got a better character.
And that's what...
Than Floyd Mayweather.
That's what I'm questioning.
100%.
Because away from boxing,
even away from boxing, he's got a way better character.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Away from
Family
boxing,
man,
if we're judging Floyd, because everyone's like he's got 7 kids with the same, all of his kids with the same person. No, because he's got a child with someone else.
Yeah.
But I'm judging Crawford on how he acts away from boxing. Floyd away from boxing comes across like especially his relationship with his dad publicly didn't look good.
Mm-hmm.
And we can only judge.
It's been on and off, but yeah.
We can only judge someone on the way they. Oh my God. We can only judge someone on the way and how they react in those senses. But when we're talking legacy, my argument is: do you think Terence Crawford has cemented his legacy as one of the best fighters in boxing history?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
The only unfortunate
questionable.
The only unfortunate thing.
People.
The only unfortunate thing about Terence Crawford is, unfortunately for him, the fighters he beat in his division to win these belts, they're not popular. Like they don't have the best names. Like they're not. So, for example, to unify 140, I remember I watched a fight for him to unify the division 140, and he fought a guy called Julius Indongo. And it's like, no one even knows who the guy is, but the guy's got...
But then some people used to say that Crawford couldn't draw Crawford's name. He couldn't draw the names. Because I remember when he was having an argument with Eddie Hearn when they're in a stadium, whatever, and he's talking, and he said, "Your best fighter." He was saying something. He was like,
Burns.
Yeah, he was like, "Don't be disrespectful," because Ricky Burns is one of your best fighters, right? Yeah, he said, "But you barely beat him." He said, "He's still one of your best fighters." He was a 2-division champ, and you see, then even when he was talking to Eddie Hearn, my respect for Crawford went up because he was like, ultimately, that might be one of your best fighters, but that might be what it is, but ultimately, what he's saying is, you're talking down on him, or the way you're perceiving it, talking down on him. Yes, I beat him, but his accolades within the boxing industry is probably the best. He said, and then he was like, not even Anthony Joshua. He said, absolutely not. Him, because he's a 2-division champion. You're having to adapt your style across the levels.
But you see what boxing, you see the thing with boxing is sometimes it's about timing, right? So, I know Ricky Burns. Ricky Burns is a horrible fighter. I'll just be real with it. Like Ricky Burns couldn't compete right now against any of the world champions. The way he did get his world title was he was signed to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn has a lot of money to get people fights for vacant belts. So, for example, remember when Anthony Joshua first won his world titles against Charles Martin? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Charles Martin got that belt because the guy he fought against got a knee injury, right? But Charles Martin was losing. That's Eddie Hearn. Like, okay, cool. I need to make you a world champion.
Yeah, locks, innit?
I'm gonna spend that money.
Every time I think of that fight, I think of
it's the worst world championship fight I've seen in my life.
Oh, what's that movie called? Nutty Professor, when Dave Chappelle is got the dreadlocks and he gets flogged by Eddie.
Yeah. But this is the thing. I don't even want to disrespect Terence Crawford's opinions because you know what? He's beaten the best and he's beaten the people in front of him. That's all you can do. Because now, this is what people said. This was the criticism about Terence Crawford. Even Canelo was saying it. Who is he beating? Who in Israel? Errol Spence, cool. But they were like, who is he beating? But then now he's beating you, Canelo.
Yeah.
So it's like he's beating everyone in his way.
And not just
Eddie Hearn tried to say, if he was to take on like Carl Froch, yeah? And I was thinking, no disrespect, I think Crawford puts Froch in a Zimmer frame.
Why does it look like Forlan?
Because he is Forlan. He is Forlan.
Well, Diego Forlan?
It's Lorente, but it's Forlan.
Oh.
Sorry, continue. Go on, continue, bro.
Oh, he's on the crying car.
No. It's just only Liverpool concede silly goals like this. They never close out games. But yeah, so what was I going to say? With Carthroch is like I think Carthroch is one. Is he a 168?
Maybe
168, and I think he might have moved to 175. So in terms of like weight classes, Carthroch is way heavier. Carthroch is way heavier than him.
way heavier than him, but Canelo was way heavier than him.
Yeah. No, but this is the thing.
Not when it comes to fight night.
Canelo.
No, but that's not heavy.
No, but
It's
here's
the
the
way
thing.
you move.
Canelo isn't the heaviest.
Middleweight.
He's not the heaviest super middleweight. Like
But I'm not saying heavy in that sense. I'm saying it purely in the sense of like his weight didn't make a difference to the fight because Crawford one could firm a pump and was still able to adapt in ring. When I talk like for me, when you look at sport, you're talking about basketball, football. I think golf is different, so it depends on where you land on the terrain. You're talking about NFL, right? Yeah, those sports, rugby, your ability to adapt to something so dominant, right? Yeah, shows you what you are able to do when you're under the cosh. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I think Crawford's ability to adapt, LeBron's ability to adapt, Curry's ability to adapt, Saquon Barkley's ability to adapt, right? Yeah, Tyreek Hill's ability, like those people's ability to adapt, right? Yeah, lets you know that when it's time to lock in. Oh, what's my man's name that plays for the Dallas Cowboys?
Dallas Cowboys.
But also take into account
No, Dallas. No, Kansas City Chiefs. Sorry. Oh my God, Demetrius with the curly hair. He's the best QB in the league.
But also take into account.
Yes. Same thing.
Yeah, but take into account that Crawford.
I was gonna say Jalen Hurts, but Mahomes is better than Jalen Hurts.
Hasn't fought since the Spence fight.
Yeah, 14 months. Yeah.
Who Canelo hasn't?
No,
Crawford.
Canelo had a fight this year.
But that's not always a good thing.
No.
It means you're fresh. Like if you go look at Mike Tyson,
some people see it as a disadvantage, and sometimes people see it as an advantage.
Mike Tyson's early career, like 18 at Mike Tyson, I think he fought five people or six people in 1 year, bro.
Yeah.
He was on. That guy was on Street Fighter KO.
Remember, he was knocking people out in the first round,
bro. That guy was. But that was Sergeant Slaughter, bro.
Yeah, easily.
What I was gonna say to you though, because that was actually a good conversation. Gabs.
Yeah.
Question, because I want to ask you about your nothing fucked, by the way.
No,
yeah.
he's sweating.
No, it's hot. Yeah, I know. Right, yeah, man's not hot. I want to ask you something. Yeah, with music management, currently, what would you say is the hardest uphill battle you've had to face this year, and have you learned how to overcome it in future if it was to happen again?
Not giving your artists too much, because not giving your artists too much, because then they become entitled. So not going too far for your artists.
Do you think that's subjective to gender or just in general?
Just in general. I think just in general. Because I've dealt with many artists, and the more you do for them, they become accustomed to it. So it's almost as if you don't replicate the same thing, then you've done nothing for me.
Does there have to be a give or take in a sense of, I'm doing this, so I need you to do it this more?
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing this, so I need you to do this more. Or the moment you can't, or the moment you refuse to pay for something, or because I do more than artist management. So the moment you refuse to pay for something, it's you haven't done anything for me, or it's just a bit difficult when it comes to stuff like that. Oh, Mark is killing me.
Finish your sentence, bro.
Mark is killing me.
Man can't focus,
But yeah, no, I think when it comes to stuff like that, yeah, I've kind of learned I do too much. I do more than the average job of a manager or like a label exec. I do more, but I've noticed there's no point doing more because it's not respected, because it means that person becomes, what's the word? They become used to it. So actually, it's nothing to them anymore. At first, they would appreciate it, and then eventually it's cool. You're meant to be doing this. And then if you were to stop doing it and do less, it's you're doing nothing for me.
Would you prefer, like, in future, with you dealing with or managing artists, stealing is crazy, managing artists, would you prefer if it was more transactional in a sense of this is my business practice, this is what we're doing, and then from there it makes it easier to kind of make sure that the lines don't get crossed, even though you have to have a level of interpersonal between yourself and the artist? Would it be easier if it was like, this is what I need you to do by a certain time?
It would be easier. I guess it's easier as well if there's a bigger team involved. I guess when it's a smaller team, the artist has direct, like if
Links,
it's a
yeah.
label, for example, the artist has a direct connection with you. They can call you at any time. They could link up with you at any time because it's a small team. But if the team was bigger, you're not just going to be able to just get through to the label exec. You might have to go through someone else, or whereas if it's a small label, it's more family.
Yeah.
So you do kind of have to build personal relationships. But I feel as if that is kind of what kind of lets things down. When you build that personal relationship, it opens doors for more disrespect sometimes. Whereas if there wasn't a personal relationship and it was more transactional, that probably wouldn't be the case.
Do you feel like you had to learn the lesson to kind of better
100%.
yourself within the management sphere?
100%. 100%. The way I look at it is, when it comes to like the music industry, you can't really learn from people's flaws.
You have to experience it
I think
yourself.
you have to experience it yourself, you know? I really do think you have to experience things yourself. Because then, once you do get burnt in the music industry, then you know how to move. But I think when you're looking at
Music
other
business
people...
in itself.
Exactly. Now, when you look at other people that get burnt, you're thinking, nah, the person I'm with, my artist would never do this to me. Yeah, and then when it happens to you, you know to never ever think like that again.
Course.
So yeah, I would say that, yeah.
Well, that's enough for me, Mark.
We got more topics.
No, that's me. I'm cool.
Do we have that one, the fun one?
The fun one.
The worst response to "I love you."
Ask Gabriel.
Worst response to "I love you." Safe. I can't think of anything worse than that.
I can.
It's safe, you know.
That's nice.
That's
That's nice would rattle me. Are you crazy?
mad.
That's nice would rattle me. Are you mad?
Yeah, that's nice. Safe.
That's nice. Safe.
Thanks. Cheers.
Me too. I love me too.
Actually, I've got one for us to know.
What?
So am I getting cheeks? Can you imagine that? I love you, so yeah, that's great. Am I getting cheeks?
Oh, am I getting cheeks?
Oi,
Am I getting cheeks?
my brain would be on Jupiter if I was a woman. Are you crazy?
But like, if someone says "I love you" and they say,
Well
"Oh,
done.
what's that mean?"
What does that mean?
That don't change nothing.
Oh yeah.
That don't change nothing is insane. Damn.
I love you. Yeah. Mad.
You love these bills as well.
That's kind of mad, you know.
It's a bit of a sticky one still.
Well, you change things, isn't it? Like,
My head would be hot, bro. Like, right, how we doing?
do you think it's important for men to express that they love their woman?
In
Yeah.
what way? What,
Like
verbally
like
or in general?
Because normally women will wait for men to say,
I think it depends on what people's love languages are.
okay,
Because I feel like
words of affirmation.
if you just keep saying "I love you" to someone, the word doesn't have the same meaning. It's like saying sorry all the time. I don't think it has the same
Yeah.
Same meaning.
same meaning. I think if it's like, okay, cool, if the person's thing is acts of service and you're doing stuff around the house or you're doing stuff that she appreciates, or she said something and you're doing something where she feels like
He
you're,
listens.
yeah, then there you go. Then fine. But if it's one of the ones where it's like you're not kind of taking on board what she says or how she feels, then no. If she likes, what was it, acts of services, words of affirmation, or things like that, or just things like that, I think if you're doing things along those lines, then naturally I think they'll feel women will feel appreciated within that space.
Do you think it's important for a guy to say that first, though?
No.
Okay.
Because if you don't love the person, you're just saying it, then it's a bit of a fuckeries.
Yeah.
You're just saying it, just purely to say it. Like, I think if you say it, you don't mean it, and then you're like, but you said you, like, it's like the Nine song, I thought you said you love me. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be that person.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be a little bit, you want to be like, if we're talking about doing things with intention, if you're doing things with intention, even to say things or to show it, you might as well just do it
Might as well just do
in
it,
totality.
Do you also think that waiting for someone else to say it is bad? Say if you feel that you love this person, but you're waiting because you're thinking, no, I don't know if they love me, you know.
I think it's childish.
I think it's childish. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
If you care about the person, it doesn't make a difference.
Doesn't make a difference at all.
That's the case or not. It just has to be a thing of it being like, you know what, that's how I feel like I love you. You don't have to say it right now, but boom, boom. But it's like loving itself is a blender of balance, isn't it? Like, so if you say it and they're not ready, like you feel that. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a thing because you feel that the person has to feel it straight away. The person could be on the journey but aren't ready to say it yet, or they're not quite there yet. Like it's a level. It's like you're basically not exposing yourself, but yeah, you are. You're emotionally exposing yourself to someone to ensure that
lucky little
your exposure
kids.
Your exposure.
Come on.
Right, you know what? Hey, I'm done. I'm done. By the way, I'm done. Did you see Mark?
It's my boys. I love them. I ain't got to wait for them to tell me first. I fucking love them.
This has been episode 241 of DSP Podcast. You can find the DSP and all my favourite DSPs, my personal favourite YouTube. You can find mine, Mark, Kadia's, and Gabriel's information on the description below. You can find all of Gabriel's fuckeries on Welcome to the Culture. You can find the TikTok link.
That is the dumbest one.
Right, yeah.
That is dumb. That is dumb.
Right, yeah.
Oh my god.
You can find the TikTok link to our clips and whatever on there. You can find our Spotify playlist link to music that Mark and Kay upload on a regular basis. You can find Mark's photography website in the description below. I've been Rhys. To my right's been
Drinks.
By the camera's been
Gabriel.
And remember, as always, winter's coming, so Gabriel's gonna be outside.
Definitely.
Love and guidance, peace and blessings. Shout out to Winter Soldier.
Games will be where the milk is.
Winter Soldier antics. Peace.